Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are here at UltraFlex Durham, joined by Khif. Khif's been on the channel before. I've not been up to Durham in a long time, so actually they've got a lot of new pieces that I haven't seen, and it's obviously a pleasure to be in for legs with Khif, which is the only session that actually we haven't got in yet.
That's the only one we've not got.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure, we ran like 3 or 4 sessions. The only one we've never done was legs. So I mean,
yeah, hopefully the plates won't fall off the Cybex Hack this time. For people that want to reference that, go back to the deadlift video with Khif and you'll see the one shot we got to actually deadlift together, that all the plates just fell off. So it's brutal. But yeah, so today legs. Again, not too much to go into in terms of like what we're going to do in the session. You'll see. Khif's going to run shop on this one, so you'll get to see a little bit of something different, because he programs sessions just slightly different to the way that I would in some ways. Maybe we'll get some thought processes on that a little bit during training, but you can probably understand why. You can make it sort of out for yourself. But Khif's a very strong dude. He knows how to train. He knows how to sort of do what works for him. I think that's something that's very clear with Khif, is he's always done what works for him. He's not got sucked into trends, or someone else is doing something, Khif copies it. He's always trained in the same way, and it's always worked for him. So a good message there, I think, for you guys to understand. Khif, you are, what is it, 2 weeks now into prep?
Yes,
or a week?
Coming up to the 2 week mark. It'll be on around Wednesday, Thursday. It'll be
Sure.
2 weeks. So we are around, it's like 26, 27 weeks out now. It's gonna, obviously it's a very long prep, and we've kind of decided to go in just a little bit earlier. But what we took from this one is how long it took us to get into very good condition in 2020. We've pretty much took that amount of time, added on a couple of weeks, and have started with food very high. So that was always the goal. Now the goal is pretty much to keep food as high as possible all the way into the show, and anything such as cardio or anything like that will literally be thrown in if it's really needed at the very back end. And again, even at that, it's not going to be anything major. It's not going to be taxing, it's not going to be anything. So again, the biggest priority to keep food high is obviously performance and that as well. I want to be able to utilise all the food that I'm getting in, but I also want to be able to have a lot of energy whenever I'm going into training. I don't want to get to the point where I'm really struggling to even think about training. I want to always be fired up for it, as much as I'm going to be tired and there's going to be really rubbish days where realistically I'm probably not going to get up in the morning. I am going to have that extra food to know, and I'm always going to kind of be appreciative of that, because obviously we've been in that position where food's been really low.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like now it's the total opposite, where we're starting a lot earlier, food's very high, so now it's just going to be a case of holding this as long as we can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously 2 weeks in now, nothing's changed, nothing's really going to change, I don't think, for a little while.
No.
My body, funnily enough, my weight's dropping, my body's changing. I've even noticed changes myself over the past couple of weeks. So body weight wise, I've not actually jumped on the scales for the whole 2 weeks that I've been in. There's been a couple of days where I've noticed, I had my first check-in, which was around kind of 10 days in. My weight had dropped, but apart from that was the only day that I had jumped on the scales from the start, and I've not jumped on them since. So to be honest with you, I mean, we really just kind of go by how I'm looking, and again, obviously how I'm performing in that as well. But I've got the food to perform, so realistically it's just going to be the look now, and I am getting a little bit leaner. So
there you go. Do you need a scale to prep? Maybe not. Khif's got a very good eye in the form of Vicky McCann, so
yep.
Like, she's coached some of the best natural bodybuilders to the stage, but she doesn't publicise that she really does that, but she does. So I'm sure Khif will bring an incredible package this year with plenty of improvements, and what's going down in today's session is just a small representation of this guy's work. So if you don't already, obviously make sure you do follow Khif and his journey towards the stage this year, and of course we'll be documenting more of that on Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide as well. So that will be all launching in June, so you can follow that. But anyway, we'll shut up, we'll crack on. Enjoy the session, guys, and as always, any questions, leave them below. See you in a bit.
I'm more inclined to come back up, and when it gets really hard, just to keep going like that.
Yeah, go on,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I still take a lot of, like, it still creates a lot of really good stimulus on the quads, but at the same time, what I can get from here is a lot more than what I can get there, so that's why I've literally always just kind of stuck to it.
Significantly stronger at that stance. Wow, I'm usually coming to this off the back of a lot more exercises.
What would it have been? A video from like 2 or 3 months ago. I think you'd done it like 4th or 5th.
It's typically adductors, calves. Pretty much done a half the workout by the time I get here. I've trashed. So
6 plates.
I go up a plate at a time, but you do your normal warm-ups, and obviously I'll either pull off or put on whatever. Where do you go next?
Just go 2. I literally just go up a plate at a time just to get used to it, and obviously just get everything fired.
Probably do this warm up without a belt or knee sleeves or anything, and then next one I'll probably whack a belt on and see where I go from there.
I usually, whenever I go to like 5, whenever I get to around, again depending on how it's feeling, I can see me putting a belt on a bit sooner, but it's surprisingly feeling okay. So I think when I go to 5 I'll belt up, 6 I'll put sleeves on a belt, and then 7 wraps on a belt. Come on, come on.
Oh, it's like fucking on the bar.
Very good, very good. That was very fucking quick.
That's usually a 9 rep top set.
I mean, it's up to you, like if you go like 5.5 or you go on a plate.
5.5 and like if you get a good set with it.
I think you'll get like
going 6 is that it turns into something very low. I feel good with these on. I think with the wraps, mate, I might feel a bit like
because it's
fucking Bambi on ice.
To be fair, if you feel good with them on, what I would do is I would take them, or roll them down and then roll them back up, so you'll still get a bit of support. Do you know what I mean? Come on. That's fucking one.
No.
Come on now, here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Fucking tight here, make it fucking easy. Come on! Come on!
Come on.
Up! Oh! Here we go, come on, nice and light. Yeah, come on now! Good, come on!
Too easy.
Keep it moving now, come on! Yes, and again now, come on! Yep! Ah, moving nicely, come on! Come on! Yep! Ah, again now, come on! Come on! Go!
Again, and again, come on,
And again, come on now! Here we go!
Drive! Hey!
Oh, again! Come on now! Here we go! Here we go! Come on! Take it! Take it! Take it! Take it! Take it! Take it! Set. Oh! Out of here! Come on! Very good set. Oh!
Alright, so just for reference, this is a 25 kilo plate. 6 and 25 kilo plate. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Come on! Time to fucking go. Time to fucking go.
Come on, Kev.
Ah, come on! Come on!
See it, come on! Come on, let's go!
Time to fucking find it. Time to find it, come on!
Get it!
Come on!
Come on, Kev! Good! Let's see it now! Good!
Right.
Come on!
Come on! Dad!
Come on! Yes!
Again! Dad!
All the way up!
Again! Down! One! Take a breath.
Big one!
Fucking go! Fucking go! Come on, Keith! Dad!
See it, Kev!
Dad!
All the way up! Come on! Oh. Yes!
Ha! Fucker! Fucking nutcase. That's unbelievable, man. Holy shit.
Well, like we're moving to leg press next. Leg press I'm going to do 2, so realistically if I was going to do something, if I was going to take a back off, it would end up being a very high repper, unless I literally pulled back to like 6 plates. The side of that I'm not the biggest fan of is, I would end up crushing my central nervous system even more. I would get to something like leg press and I'd probably fall back quite a bit. Whereas on there, taking 6 or 7 reps with 7 plates and a 5, that's enough for that. Like, anybody get under 7 plates, that's enough. 1 set, enough. We'll take more sets on everything else, but things like deadlifts, more or less 1 set. Hacks, right now we're on 1 set. Barbell squats, 1 set. But it's not as if the 1 set isn't enough to cover any formal intensity that can be put into 3 or 4 sets. Like you'll see in this session, every single set is taken there and beyond. So when you do a set right, 1 set's enough, realistically. You usually do this leg press? No?
Yeah. Often, yeah. Often. I usually do it top banded on 1 session, which is brutal, with like really, really heavy bands. And then I have been doing it without bands on another day. But I've never done like a set of 10 really without bands. I've done sets of 10 with bands, but not without. So we'll see. I just need to try and keep up on this one at least. We'll see.
Better up my game in the next 5 minutes then.
Fucking do this, come on! Come on! Press on now, come on! Let's see it! Oh, yeah! Here we go! Perfect! Perfect! Good! Come on now! Good! Yeah, and again! And again now, come on!
Yes, come on now. Come on now. Yep, and again. That's it, now we're fucking working, now we're fucking working. Let's see it. Yes, and again now. Here we go, here we go. Ah, come on, and again. Let's see it now. Just fucking get started. Now we work, now we work, now we work. Yes! Good, and again, and again, and again. Here we go. Come on now, come on now, come on now. Here we fucking go, here we fucking go. Straight through. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Fuck. Good.
Was that 14? I'll beat last week's, Keith. See if I can beat this week's.
Never really, well, we noticed, but we never really noticed from the gym that we came from. Baltic. Like literally, you would get fucking, you would get like 5 exercises in, still no be warm. So
Walking Baltic.
now we just walk in the door.
You're set. You're set. Come on. Oh yes! Yes! Excellent, good! Take your breathers. Come on! 10, break him down. Come on! Come on! Break him down. Yup! Good! Big fucking two. Big fucking two. Come on! Find him! Find him! Add one more. One more. Go now. Go now. Come on. Go now. Go and go and go. Yeah, perfect. Oh. That's 15. I mean, if I wasn't shouting, he'd have got like 10, but.
Just keep them continuous, keep them moving. Keep them moving.
Good.
Come on now. Good. Here we go, come on, set's not even started yet. No. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now, we fucking dig. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Good. Good, and again now. Come on. Come on now. Ah, yes, and again now, and again, and again, and again. Here we go. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. And, oh! And again, and again, and again. Come on now. Fucking dig into it. And again, come on. Yes! Good! Not done yet, come on. I'm not in, I'm not in. Let's see it now. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on, still no touch. Still no touch. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Get one at least, come on now. Come on now, big fucking big. Let's see it, let's see it, let's see it, let's see it. Let's see it, let's see it, let's see it. Yes, 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 yes. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. Come on now. Come on now. Big fucking one here, bigger. Yes! Good, nice.
Take it to town. Take it to fucking town. Lovely. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Keep going. Keep fucking going. Yep. Yep.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, come on. Here we go. At least 5.
Hey!
1, yep. Break him down.
Hey!
There, yep. Yes, come on. Big 2, big 2. Come on, Keith.
Big!
Yep, again. Again, I'm nowhere near touching.
Big!
Again. Come on, I want to see this slow down. Come on.
Big!
Tight. Yes, good. We've got more. We've got more in these legs.
Big!
Again. Come on. Fight through the fucking fight through.
Big!
Come on, Keith. Come on, Keith. Big 2.
Big!
Go. 1. 1. Tight. Go. Oh, we'll have one. We'll have one. Come on now. 3, 2, and get in. Yes. Perfect. Fucker.
Yeah, I like to spend as long as I can up at the top. So like at least 2 seconds on the contraction at the top.
Yeah, sure.
And then just everything on you on the way down, straight back up.
There we go. Show me a big 2 at the top. Yeah, good. Aye. Keep them just like that. Nice and controlled. Big 2, yes, there, nice. Get it up. Yep, good. Okay, now we fucking work. Now we get to work. Hey! I'm with you, into the short. Good, yes. Take another there. Hey! Come on. Up. Yes, up. Good. There we go. Oh, shit.
Fuck me, that's heavy. Fucking hell.
Okay, so far I can just about outdo Keith on a leg extension. So if there's a trophy going for that, I will quite happily throw it in the bin because I'd rather do him on the Cybex Hack. doesn't mean anything, a leg extension. Yeah, but to be honest,
that was probably
I've always had, well, for the last 3 years, I've had good extensions in my training.
Yeah.
And I've always put them like at the front end.
Yes.
So like, it kind of shows that like you're so skilled at like doing that.
Yeah.
Which in my opinion is more bang for your buck than being skilled at getting strong at this. Like both have their value, but in my opinion, like the density that you have to your physique is built and predicated around getting good at the hacks, getting good at that basic stuff. So like if you're a younger viewer, which a lot of my audience and Keith's audience are younger guys and girls coming up through the ranks, like just get in, you know, get yourself warm and ready, and then get to the bang for your buck stuff. You know what Keith preaches, because my first sort of 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4 of training was pretty much that. It was like a light touch on leg extension, straight to the squat rack.
Yes.
Before I became inundated with crazy kit. And unfortunately, a lot of you young guys and girls are inundated with kicks straight away.
Yeah.
So don't forget the big bang for your buck stuff.
8 years it took me to get in somewhere like this. 8 years.
And he got a pro card and an overall win as a junior without any of this. That's a big point of reference, you know. And also, Keith didn't just win everything. I've seen Keith come second twice, and I've seen it on his face how much that fucking hurts. And that kind of stuff I knew would fire him up to do what he eventually did and where he's at now. So like, if you're not winning shows straight out of the gate, don't give in. Like, use that stuff to fuel you to become better and better and better, and come back and, like, people that have beaten Keith's demolishing them now. Demolishing them. And that's not a joke. Keith won't admit it though, he's too humble.
I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah, I know you have, man.
Okay. Come on now. Come on now.
Yes. Come on now. Come on now. And again. Yes, come on, very strong now. Come on. Yeah, and again now. Yes. Come on now, come on now, come on now. Oh! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, and again, and again, and again. There we go, there we go. Come on now, come on now, come on now. Go again, go again. I'm with you, I'm with you. Come on now. Oh! Yes, 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 yes. Gotta drop it. Yeah, good drop. Right, let's see it. Let's see it. We'll finish some partials here as well, okay? Come on now. That's it, that's it. Make it light, wait for that fucking heart coming. Come on now. Yes, come on. Good, blow them up. Blow them up, and again now. All the way up to the top. Yours on the way down. All the way up. Come on now. Yours on the way down, and again, let's take at least 2. All the way up. Yes, yours on the way down. 1. Come on. Yes, all the way up to the top. Yours on the way down. Right, partials, all the way down to my hand. Go. Go, and again. And again. 4, 5, 5 left. 5, 4, 3, 2.
The seated leg curl is going to be fun with my quads now rammed full of blood.
Try and get like 2 good enough sets. And then implement a drop if we need it.
Yeah. Drop partials in the stretch, something like that. Lovely.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to kick you, mate. So.
Yes.
Come on now. Here we go, that's it. Spend time. Good. And again now, and again, and again. All the way. Yeah, again. Good. Right, I'm going to come in now, I'm going to come in. Here we go.
Yes.
And again now. Come on, come on, come on. All the way. Yes, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Go again. Come on, come on.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay, 1.
Oh, yes. All the way.
There we go. Yours.
Oh, 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 good. Oh,
Fuck me. Oh. Okay. Take it. Long time.
I'm driving.
Come on, get it down.
Straight in. Come on, take it all the way down.
Good, that's better. Slow it down in that position. Good man. Good, yeah, perfect. Go another 2 like that. Right. Yes, good man. Again. Yeah, there we go. Good. Okay. I'm here for 2. I'm here for 2. Hey. All the way in. We've got one more, just like that. Come on, big fucking hams, big hams. Yep. Good. Partials, go. Up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. There's only one thing worse than hamstring pump, and that's when you've got ridiculously pumped quads as well as hamstring pump, and you feel like morbid. But it works. It's fun.
75s.
Okay.
And I just like every time I do these, especially because I do them with dumbbells, I do them pretty later on in the workout.
Yeah.
I'll pause them at the bottom.
Yeah, sure.
So, like literally take a nice pause where I need to, with everything on hands.
Yeah.
And then I'll literally drive up. Don't lock out.
Yeah,
I'll
like
come
a partial lockout. Yeah.
I'll come to the top and still kind of contract my glutes a little bit.
Okay.
And obviously my hams will still be tight, but I don't come all the way up unless I need to hold them and I need to breathe.
Sure. So, no problem.
But I'll probably do like, so 42 and a half, so I'll do maybe like 60s, 75s or 80s.
Okay, sure. Money. Haven't done these in a while.
I want to know like if I'm getting to like 6 reps, I'm starting to work. Like sometimes I feel as if whenever I pick up a weight, I'll be able to batter out like 6 reps and still be able to go. I want to get to like 6 reps and start, yeah. Come on, AJ. There we go. Oh, come on now. Nice and light. Nice and light. Let's see it. And again now. And again now. Come on. Good. Come on. Yes, come on now. Working now, let's see it. Ah, come on. Come on. Good. Nice. Oh. Come on. All day. Yes. Load up. Come on, load up those eccentrics. Good. Come on, load up the hams. Good man. Again. Good, quick, hard. Let's go. More there. Good. Again. Come on.
Find that last rep. There you go.
To be fair, I'm a big advocate for things like barbell squats. Usually, and I mean to be fair, probably everybody watching this video will know that I normally put barbell squats in first. Take them as heavy as possible, 5, 6, 6.5 plates, and then I'll move on to more so things like leg press and that. But since moving here, I've not prioritised them, but I've pretty much just started prioritising things like hack squats and that. And because I'm such a fan of a barbell squat, I don't want to just neglect it. Realistically, a barbell squat's what's built my legs. A hack squat hasn't built my legs. Anything other apart from barbell squats hasn't built my legs. So I'll never not have them in. So whether they're in first or whether they're in last, they'll forever be in my leg session. So if I let myself get brainwashed about the part of me not being able to do them at the end of the session, I won't do them. But although I've just, like we've both just RDL'd like 90-95 kilo dumbbells, we can still squat. Regardless, maybe not might, like, we're not going to put what we put into it at the start of the session, but we're still going to barbell squat. So we'll still take it as heavy as we can, just at the end of the session. So we will always stay in. Now we're going to work here, that's it. Come on now. Don't fucking think about it. Don't fucking think about it. Here we go. Big pause in the hole, come on. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, come on now. Perfect. And again now, come on. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. Now we're working. Now we're working. Oh yes. Big pause. Big pause. Big pause. Come on. Same time again. And drive. Oh yes. Come on now. Run again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And drive. Yes. 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 Come on. Still fucking here. Still no touch it. Still no touch it. Come on. Yeah, oh, come on. We're fucking working here. Yep, 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 yep.
Come on. All day.
Back! Up!
Come on. Fucking own that pause. Yeah, good. Come on.
Back!
Yeah, good.
One!
Yes. One short. There it is. Yeah! Good, good, good. Yes. Ah!
After work, you gotta go home and say goodbye. Now people go home, people do life.
on now. Such a small body part, but it hurts fucking way more than anything else. And again, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Make it yours. Make it yours. Make it yours. Yep. And again now. Come on now. Hop. Yes. There we go. 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 Good. Go.
Alright guys, we're finished, we're complete. That was brutal, that. Very, very fun. Obviously from like an intensity standpoint, you know, you'll have seen my sessions and you know that sort of I bring a similar level of intensity to sessions, but I don't think, it's been a long time. Sorry buddy. It's been a long time since, go through man. It's been a long time since I've done like 2 squat variations in one session. I think like the similar nastiness was when I was deadlifting and hack squatting the same day. Like that was pretty absurd as well. Left you with a similar feeling of being totally beaten up. But you know, it's extremely insightful as always to train with Keith, both in terms of just like pure strength, but also like mental capacity. The thing that impresses me the most is like, not to blow smoke because I think I've already blown a bit, but we've got a bit in the gas tank left. But like how his warm-ups move versus how the top set like ends up resulting in, which it, like the 5-plate warm-up like almost looked a similar speed to my 5-plate warm-up, but then he goes and puts 7 and a 5 on. It's just absurd. But I think a lot of that is literally down to what's going on up here. And you've said that yourself, haven't you? You know, multiple times how important it is to feel like you can do the weight, or feel like you've got the mindset to be able to, you know, push yourself beyond what is maybe like a natural boundary or something like that often people create. So I think, if anything, you know, watch this video and take into account what you can really do as a natural athlete, and then also like follow, you know, Keith's prep along and realise how you can look as a natural athlete too, because, and there's a lot of people now that are maybe getting, you know, earlier on their journey being sort of toying with the idea of going down the assisted route, and not that like we're not here to like veer people away from that. Like that's not the goal of promoting natural bodybuilding. It's more to say that there's options, there's great opportunities. Like Keith's gonna, you know, travel abroad with bodybuilding. He hopes this year. He has done already. He's traveled to Miami with it. There's plenty of opportunity, but there's also great results that you can achieve naturally. So yeah, that's I think what our and I say our because, you know, like this natural bodybuilding worldwide thing, like really like Keith's going to be a big part of it. Like I want him to be a real big part in this vision that I think we both share, you know. Wherever Keith ends up in the future, like it's good to have his impact on growing the sport, raising awareness for all federations, you know, all classes. You know, obviously Keith competes with the BNBF, I compete with the UKFBA, you know, purely out of our own choice, but they're both incredible places to compete with prestige, with heritage, and you know, if you're looking to compete, those 2 places are your best place to go. But yeah, outside of that, I could ramble on for days in this outro. But Keith, have you got anything to add on today, or
I think just the biggest thing, like just to kind of top what you had just said, like especially as a natural athlete, I think a lot of people do kind of get into the sport of natural bodybuilding obviously pretty early, which is a good thing, but at the same time I think a lot of people immediately put limitations on what can actually be achieved without assistance. Like again, it's going back to the point of none of us are against assistance. I'm definitely not against the use of performance enhancing drugs within bodybuilding, and everybody will know that, but at the same time I do believe that a lot of people instantly put limitations on what could actually be done as a natural athlete. Like me, for example, doing like a 7-plate hack. I'm not
many
I'm absolutely not big-headed, but at the same time, it goes to show that it can be done without using assistance. It can be done with the correct mindset and the correct approach, and it's not even just down to being confident. You've got to have a certain level of confidence in yourself, yes, for sure, but you've also got to believe that you can do it as a natural athlete. Like, I would never go in and be like, if I instantly thought to myself it was going to feel very heavy and I thought I maybe wouldn't even be able to do it, I wouldn't do it. It's like, if I set like a bit of disbelief on any sort of set, whatever I'm going to do, it'll pretty much just go down the drain immediately. So I think that's the biggest thing, especially within the sport of natural bodybuilding. There is no limitations of what you can do with or without drugs. There's a time and place for assisted bodybuilding, and there's a time and place for natural bodybuilding, and you can both do very, very, very similar things. It's just a case of a bit of self-belief can take you so much further than what you even imagine, and like passion for what you do, like passion for natural bodybuilding, realistically passion's going to take you the furthest. So whatever you feel, passion shows on bigger sets, whether that be a warm-up set that's getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and then you go into your working set, your passion will show.
Gotta have that passion, gotta have that desire.
Yes,
Desire is
absolutely
huge. You know, desire will take you big places. So
yes.
But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I think this outro should probably be taken as clips, you know, part behind slow-mo footage of Khifie'S hack squatting 7 plates and be made into some sort of Machiavelli motivation.
Hey, that's
you
the
know,
goal.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Ed, can you email some of this across to them? And just
I don't know if he can translate Scottish.
Fuck it, I don't even care.
You got a belief. Anyway.
Wait, I'll just put my YouTube accent on for a sec. I'll put my phone voice on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure me and Keith will. I'll definitely be travelling. I know Keith might come down to Rotherham occasionally, but this year especially, I want to make sure that I can get up here a good few times when it's appropriate for you, when our splits align. Not that Keith needs a push, but it's sometimes nice to have a little bit of someone new turn up for a session. Someone who, obviously Sarah's a great support for you.
Yep.
But it's the same with Loz. It's like, it's nice to have someone fresh, someone that's sort of like, I guess, you've been in the trenches at that point in prep and knows the exact understanding of what you're going through. But that will be something that we'll try and do as frequently as we can. So hopefully we'll get a few more of these in. But we appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, if you haven't already given Keith a follow, make sure you do. I'm sure most of you are. And yeah, we'll catch up whenever we next see you. Cheers, guys.